Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning to everyone from around the world. I'm Rob Gorman. I'll be filling in tonight for Ron Hulbert. This is very temporary, believe me. 7 nights a week is good enough for me with Roblin Live, but I'm here tonight. Glad to be here and welcome to all. Is there anything else I need to say other than let's get ready to rumble?
Thank you. Great start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Live. 196 of you. Not bad, not bad. Hopefully, we can get more coming on board tonight. It's a great topic. Our topic is Game On. And we're going to start with some speakers. We have, let's see the order of the speakers: Collins, Vincent, Bob, Oliver, and maybe Marty. And then we're going to have open mic. We ask that you, when we go to open mic, just keep in mind that because this is a public webinar being streamed on 20 YouTube channels, we don't want to discuss proprietary information, such as the features of products, for example, or what Mohammed Kamal shared with us yesterday. Those are all internal information that we want to keep within the company. So those are going to be the topics that are off limits, but we can definitely talk about generalities, motivation, inspiration, excitement, that kind of thing. So tonight we're going to begin with Collins Mana. Go ahead, Collins.
Thank you, Lynn. I hope we are all fired up. Just want to greet all the wonderful founders across the globe. This is really a big topic tonight. We're talking about Game On. So I think you are all fired up after listening to the CEO yesterday. Yesterday. And for these past days, we'll be listening to Mr. Ash Mofara. I will start by, always thank God for his life and his family life, because we know only God can sustain. We know how strongly Mr. Ash Mofara believes in God. So I always like to thank God of his life because, he is working so hard tirelessly to unleash what we call unpassive to the world, and also thank God for those who are working tirelessly. The tech team, all those in Hyderabad, Mohammed Kamal, they are just working round the clock, to make sure everything come into fruition. And as well as, the founders as well, we just have to thank God for our lives too as well, because, without we being there, it is difficult for Mr. Ash Mofara to come. The more Mr. Ash Mofara sees us, the more he's happy. So we have to thank God for our lives because we are just inspired by unpassive. There is no one who can stand here and say he is not inspired one way or the other, because it's just by faith and belief in the process, believe in Mr. Ash Mofara, knowing that our life will change one day, and in the short possible time, we are talking about November, where things will start to unfold before our own very eyes. So we just have to, we are very grateful, to be part of this journey, part of this movement. I don't even see Unpassive as a company, I see it as a movement. The way it is coming, the way it's vibrating, we can really see the powerful moves within Unpassive. From the time we don't know what, we know we join, at different time. There are people who came 2018, 2019, even the last person who joined, I believe there is a level of excitement in Unpassive. For those who saw, they see nothing, and up to now, how the company have just progressed, from an e-marketing platform to a full-blown IT company driven by AI. I believe it's a massive achievement, massive achievement. So when we look at Unpassive, from what Mr. Ash Mofara said last time, Mr. Ash Mofara talked about concurrency, which I just want to talk about a little bit. Every time when he comes on, he talk about Connect, the concurrency, the multiplication, the multiple user that can hit a particular platform. So we're looking at the way Connect is structured. We know how many Zoom can take. We already know about a certain number, Zoom will just start to shake. And remember, John Barella said something, when emojis start to fly in, what happened? People are being kicked out. But now we're talking about unlimited usage. Say you can have multiple host, meetings running across the globe. Millions, maybe hundreds of thousands. We know the world is big and everybody use, webinar platform in one way or the other. And just imagine OConnect. We're talking about millions, maybe even hundreds of millions of meetings running concurrently. And now, as we speak, Mr. Ashmufara said, we can host, one meeting can contain what? 1,000, 1,000 views, or we can call it, the screen can populate that amount of people, users, let's call it that way. How many of we are here now? We're talking about 214, but we are saying at this point in time, the meeting can host 1,000, 1,000 1,000 views or 1,000 people, you can say it, persons per meeting. And in a short possible time, the coming weeks ahead, it will be what? 30,000 per meeting, 30,000. Imagine, that is huge. It is more than Zoom, and the system will not blink. And we're talking about what? Millions of meetings can run simultaneously. That is a concurrent meeting running. When they use the word concurrency, it means multiple meetings running, maybe hundreds of thousands, millions simultaneously. And each of that meeting can contain 30,000. That is massive. It is massive. It is something that Mr. Ashmufara is looking, and who knows, soon it will be unlimited. Millions, or hundreds of millions per session, with multiple meetings running across the globe. It is something that is a very, very big milestone, for OnPassive and for us, the founders. Now, Mr. Ashmufara go about and said, OnPassive will do what? OnPassive will own the internet space. He said he will own the internet space, not dominate. Dominate is like dominance, you dominate something. But he said, we are going to own the internet space. There is nowhere you will look into the internet space and you will not see OnPassive. The products and services, all internet space. So every time you go and you search, you will see OnPassive within the internet space. Means we are coming to own it. OnPassive will own it. And that is a very big achievement. That is a huge statement to make for a CEO to stand and say, we are going to own it. That's a very, very big statement. And it is coming. We know what is in our back office. We know the meetings that we've attended. We've seen some of it. We've seen a lot. And for those who are not plugged in, please check your back. This is the time for you to plug in. Those who are still sleeping, please, if there is anyone around you still sleeping, wake the person that this is the moment. This is the hour. The hour of excitement is just around the corner. There is no time to sleep, because you snooze, you lose. As our CEO always said, nobody will be left behind. It is true, nobody will be left behind. But the only thing I always said, people will leave themselves behind, not because OnPassive want to leave them behind. But some people will decide to be behind. But you know what we'll do? We will not allow them, because we will not allow people to draw us back. We will pull them along. But we will do our best. But if they choose to stay where they are, there is no way OnPassive will stay, because at the end of the day, OnPassive must move on. And that is why we use it. They came with the statement, game on. It is either you are within the game or you stay behind, because OnPassive will not wait for you. It is game on. It is moving now. I don't want to talk about tsunami because it's bad, or hurricane. It is moving at the speed of light. The speed of light. There is just no way you will stay. The moment you just blink, a lot of information, you will lose it. You will just a lot of information. Yesterday, Mr. Ash was where? Lynn and Rob show. still throwing more bombs out there. Mr. Ash himself cannot hold himself, because it's like, I want to give them more. I want to give it. Because what we know, as Marty DeGamo, our brother, always said, we just know about just 1%, maybe 0.0%, because what is there is massive than the ecosystem. The ecosystem we know is a done deal. What is beyond is still massive. This is an IT company that will develop software till thy kingdom come. They will continue to develop and develop. It is true. When Mr. Alvarez said, we will never go out of this, it's true. Because it's a software development, let me call it that way, a software development company. If you look at it, what do? They build software till death. We will die and live on passive, and on passive will be destined developing software, modern technology. So I will leave it there until Lynn, take it over from me. Thank you very much.
Go, Collins, go. Excitement is in the air as this company is going places. Thank you for speaking. Next, we've got Vincent Ete, and we would love to hear what he has to say. Come on down, Vincent.
Oh, thank you, Auntie Lynn, for this opportunity. Thank you very much. So thanks also, Rob, for being here today for us. Okay. Hello to all the participants. We're happy to see you. We love you to see you here every Friday. We love you to see you. Thank you very much so much for being in this great webinar. Thank you, Collins, for this great presentation. We love also to hear from you all the time. Okay, that's also by other tech brother Bob and Oliver. They will also speak after I finish. So thank you also for being here for us. And then the Papa in the house, I can't say anything without say hello and thank you also. Mr. Marty DeGamo is here, is the Papa in the house. Thank you, Marty, for being here. I know Marty is doing a lot, even though he's busy, but every webinar is with us, is to motivate us. He's a motivator. So Marty is a great motivator. So we have to thank him also for the great job he's doing. He's in every single webinar. Everywhere I go, we see Marty is there. So we have to also thank him also for the big job he's doing. Thanks also, the mama also in the house, and Lynn, she's doing also a great job. Every webinar, she also here to moderate for us. She's also a motivator. They are doing a great, and with Rob, they are doing a good job. Every midnight, they are there. They have a good spirit. So I wish I can have the spirit they have. They are not tired. They are always working. So that is the big spirit for OnPassive. OnPassive, we have to work until we, so our CEO say, we are in to win it. So this is OnPassive. This is a great spirit. We should have all this great spirit among us, and then this make us to be more moving forward. So our CEO also used to say, it will be done for you. So everything is done for you in one place, like everywhere in the great ecosystem. We have like financial system, life system, education, and social. Everything is there in our ecosystem. Anything you want to look, everything is in our ecosystem. That's why the CEO, Mr. Ash, keeps saying that everything is done for you. And my brother Oliver said, we are fine. We are fine. So everything OnPassive, we are fine. Everything is done for us. We are there for everything. So Oliver Collins said about the technology today, we concurrency, meeting in concurrency. So I will just explain a little bit about the why we have this concurrency, why we have this, because Mr. Ash and his team in Hyderabad, they have built this system though for helping again the whole world, and then also OnPassive. So the technology they use it is the database technology also behind all this ecosystem. So the concurrency is also done because we have a strong database. So when the information goes to our database, so that when we are using, we can also a lot of meeting everywhere in the world, like Collins explained earlier. We won't see that there's any issues. So why this? Because we also have our data center. So the information, the database, they are all also in our own data center, so that and then they make the system very, very good, because the performance is good, scalability is what people are customers they were looking for. We have also reliability is also good. So the integration, all is done under all these powerful technologies. Above that, we have artificial intelligence, who is doing a great job, also working under the security and all the system we are seeing there. So the database integration is also done. And then integration is very important, because what integration mean for us, the integration is the house of all the database, where you can go to or from. And then all what they are doing is making all the database share the information, so everything will flow from there. So this is what Mr. Ash has done. He have done a great job. So we put one house, all the data is in the house. So if you want to get anything, you can go in and get it. And then data also can go from to that area. So it's very important. This is a great technology that no company have done that before. So we have to be grateful for what our CEO have done. This is a great job. He did great. And then the tech also in Hyderabad, we have to thank them for this great job, because they put a lot of technology together. It's not easy, that integration we are seeing now, because they spend many days and day and night to get to that point we are seeing now. So that's very powerful stuff they did over there, the integration. And then the integration, the advantage of the integration of what we are seeing now and what we are talking about now, the integration will bring better performance. And then the integration also bring the best, and then the better scalability. And then also the integration bring also reliability. So the system is reliable because of the integration. So when you go to the system, you will see that it's very reliable. And then also on top of that, we have a security. That's most companies they're looking for, because if you're looking to use any system, any product, the end of the day, people are looking for security. This is enough secure, yes. So on passive, our ecosystem is the best and then the most secure system of secure products in the world. So it's something that on passive I've used it that no one have done it before. In top of that, we have the artificial intelligence system. The artificial intelligence security system is the best among all the security. So this is what our CEO and his team in Hyderabad, they are putting together. This is a great technology, something that year to come, we'll still talking about that. And then when you go to our product, we're not going to go to that area. The technology inside, none of company have done that. So we'll see. We're waiting for maybe the few weeks coming or the few months coming. We'll all see when the product come to the market. We're going to use it, and then we'll see the performance. Everything we keep saying here, you will see the reality, and then it's there. And I believe it won't be long. We'll see all the effort and all the technology, all the performance, all the effort they put in there, we'll see there. So thank you very much, Antolin. I will leave it there.
Thank you, Vince. And I too cannot wait to see the actual products, full products. It's going to be very exciting for us to use and to promote. So it's amazing. Thank you. Next, we have Bob Takusi, who would like to share his thoughts with us.
Certainly, Antolin, certainly. Greetings, fellow founders. This is your friend, Bob Takusi from Bel Air, Maryland. I'm your friend. It's good to be here, Friday Night Live. Thank you, Mr. Rob Gorman, for sitting in for our brother. Hope Ron feels better to get back to us. Thank you, Antolin, for always bringing all of us together on Friday nights. It's always a pleasure coming on the show. Brother Madi, it's always good being on the same platform with you. I want to thank my fellow brothers, Collins, who spoke before Vincent, and then Oliver, of course, is coming after me. And of course, you all, fellow founders around the world. It's a pleasure. These are some exciting times, you know. We say game on. When Mr. Ash came yesterday and spoke to us, he meant game on, guys. You know, my brothers have just spoken about the concurrency, which we don't need to go into it again. You know, Mr. Ash has been talking to us. He talks about when we deploy the system, it stabilizes, we scale. So that's what I do. This concurrency is making sure as many users can hit that system as possible, or each session, you know. So, and I believe his ultimate goal, like Colin said, is to get to infinity. So we know Mr. Ash and his team, they're going to do just that. So thank you, my brothers, for explaining that to all the founders and to all of us. Before I proceed, did we check the website today? Today, it's Friday. Did we check the website? Thumbs up, please, from everyone if your camera is on. Did you check the website? You see, our fellow brothers and sisters in Hyderabad, they are speaking through their work. Mr. Ash told us about maybe 6 months ago. He said we are going to be giving a website he started by at least once every week, and then he said it's going to be twice a week, and then he said it's going to be 3 times a week. Now we are on 3 times a week, and then he said, I believe he said, once we hit 3 times a week, things will start happening. It will go to every day, but anything can happen after 3 times a week. I believe that's what Mr. Ash said, but I stand to be corrected. So we are there. We are at that point. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our fellow brothers and sisters in Hyderabad, they are speaking through their work. Impeccable, magnificent work. We haven't seen websites that have been developed like this before. So OnPassive is paving the way. Thank you so much. And it's, of course, it's link 83. When I listened to Mr. Ash yesterday, I was just shaking. And I was just happy. I was saying game on inside me. It looks like the game has started already. Game on. Did you all hear when Mr. Ash said we are going to a new height? A new height. He said at the end of November, there's going to be a big event, a big event that he's been talking about. Everything has been confirmed at the end of November. But he also displays Mr. Ash Mufara's brilliance as a master marketer and a brander. You know, by then we are already in. The world knows of us already. The World Cup has started. And then he comes in, boom. And when he said that yesterday, what I remembered of Ash Mufara was he had said that our delivery to the world is going to be continuous. Like every week or every day, there's going to be something big, you know. So he comes in, we come into the world, rolling out our products, hitting the airwaves around the globe. There are 5 billion people that are focused on that World Cup stage. OnPassive is there, and then OnPassive rolls out something bigger than what we saw in Dubai. Brilliant from our founder. So I hope you all saw it the way I saw it, but I think that was very, 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 very big news. And then he talked about our products. So many products are being rolled out. I did not know. I thought maybe it would be 3 or 4, but many products. Some of them are free, some are paid. But we know that a company like Facebook, which is a free product, has another free product that is called WhatsApp, another one that's called Instagram. They're all free. But we know that Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. So our founder comes in with multiple free products, yes, but we know that these are also big giants in the industry that could shake up the place. And then our products themselves, we saw them. We're not going to discuss the features here, like my brothers have said. We're not going to discuss the features here, but our products speaks for themselves. We saw the demo. Inside the industry right now, there's nothing like Omer, what we saw, there's nothing. There's nothing that can compare what we saw. We are testifying to you guys. There's nothing like what we saw yesterday when our fellow brothers and sisters in Hyderabad were displaying the product for us. So we are very close. We are very close, like Mr. Ash had told us. Another thing that also struck me deeply, I hope all of us got it too. Mr. Ash told us that we are going to begin the rollout of our products. I think by the 15th of November, on or before the 15th of November, you know, we're going to start delivering the products. But he said that it is going to continue until sometime around, I believe, March of 2023. The products are going to keep rolling. But Ash Mufarah displays his kindness and his generosity to all of us. I hope we notice that. When he said that, it is at that point, remember, we are going to officially launch to the world in November. But he is saying that it is only after all what he promised us in the ecosystem. It is only after when every product in that ecosystem, what he promised us, has been delivered. That's when he starts counting when our yearly renewal. Did you guys pick that up? This is a kind man. Why didn't he say, oh, we're starting November 15, that's when we'll start counting? But he says no. That's the quality of what we call the blesser, the ultimate blesser. The ultimate blesser is Ash Mufarah. He says that no, we are going to deliver every single thing that I promised you guys. And then we'll start counting the days for your membership or your annual renewal. Then I also listened to Roblin last night, Auntie Lynn and Uncle Rob Gorman, their show. And Mr. Ash Mufarah came on and he challenged them with a question about his mortality. You know, I was personally saddened, maybe joyfully saddened, because I was thinking in the mind of Ash Mufarah. Here's a man who spends almost 24 hours a day thinking of how he's going to deliver this product to the world, thinking of how he's going to take care of all 1.4 million founders, the people that have trusted him, paid loyalty to him, believed in him, giving him their time. Instead of him thinking of the product that he's bringing in, he's thinking of what if he's not here? So that thought is also preoccupying Mr. Ash Mufarah, the ultimate blesser. But I say this, you know, Ash Mufarah has a mission. He's here on earth on purpose. He has a mission to fulfill, and he's going to fulfill that mission. Nothing, no one, no government, no country, no human being is going to stop him. He has the invisible shield of the higher power around him and his family. Nobody sees it, but he's protected. So all what we can do, all of us as founders, every single one of us, is to pray for him. I do. For the past 2 years, every single night before I go to sleep, I summon the higher power. I bring Ash Mufara into my remembrance, and I summon the higher power to protect him and his family. If we all do that, there's a chance that the universe could pick that up. But Mr. Ash Mufara is fine. He's going nowhere. But just in case, he has protections. He has guaranteed us that nothing can happen with OnPassive. Even if he were not here, he's made sure that there's continuity. But we know that is never going to happen because he has the protection, the blessings from the higher power. So my dear friends, as we're all celebrating, we are now at the final home stretch. We can hear the rumble, that rumble that we used to hear from the distance. It's very close, it's here. The avalanche is cracking. And the avalanche, when it cracks, it grabs everything on its way. That's OnPassive. The time is now. We should all be engaged. That's what our founder is asking of all of us. We should all stay connected. Collins has said it very, very succinctly. I cannot say it any better. Mr. Ash has promised that every single one of us is going to take all of us along. Yes. No one left behind, but you will leave yourself behind. If you are not plugged in, he has said that there will be times where you come in, there's information that you need to move to the next step. This is that time. Ash Mufara had told us several times that we are going to move so fast. So fast. I think we are getting to that moment, to that point, where things are going to move fast, just what he has been saying. So I hope we are all excited. I am. All of us. Anticipating the good life, but also enjoying this moment. Let us all enjoy this last moment. This moment, we are this growing pain, this moment that we are all, sometimes we are down, things are not going the way we think they are, but these are the growing pains because we are never, ever, ever going to feel this way again because of the ultimate blesser, Ash Mufara. Back to you, Antili.
That's right. We need to appreciate what we're going through. Good, bad, ups and downs, highs and lows. It's all a part of this beautiful journey that we are on, and we should treasure it. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go to Oliver Fonte. Come on down, Oliver.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I want to thank my brothers that they've just, from Collins, Vincent, Bob. Thank you. Good job, guys. From technical to inspirational word, motivational word. And I'm coming with the conclusion or the summary of everything. I want to thank everybody that is here today. We are all blessed to each other, and our main blesser, Mr. Ash Mufara, that is being covered, and all of us by induction, we are being covered by the blood of Jesus. And that's why OnPassive is what it is today, because the almighty hand is on it. And like my brother Bob said, Mr. Ash Mufara has a mission. God sent him to this earth to come and carry the 1.4 million of us to impact and replicate ourselves. Because he saw and he knew that him alone cannot do it. Him alone cannot do it. And today, now we are talking about game on. And the game is on. OnPassive, the biggest company that mankind has ever seen. An IT technology company to the tech team in Hyderabad building for the past 4.5 years today from scratch. It's not like that. OnPassive has bought another company to revamp the product and put to the market. We have our original products from scratch. You know what that means, IT company. We are not going to the market with 2, 3 products, multiple products. Multiple products. Never heard of. The game is on. The game is on. Not any kind of products. Any human resource product that you can think out there in the market is in OSTAF. Any kind of communication product that you want to think about there, OnPassive, we have it in OConnect. I can name on and on. Collins, Bob, Vincent, they just talk about it. If you want to talk about technology, OnPassive, we do have the best of the best. That is why we are going to the market, to the global world with value. With value. OnPassive is going to the market 100% debt-free. The CEO mentioned it 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. Debt-free. We are not going to the stock market. Who are the people that are going to benefit? All of us. Going to the stock market means that we need money. That's why company goes to the stock market. And that's why some messiah out there, they are saying that why is it that we are not going to the stock market? I laugh, because if you know why company goes to the stock market, because they need money. We don't need money. Instead, we are going to the market 100% debt-free. Debt-free. Because we have a CEO, Mr. Ash Mufarah, a strategist. He told us the other day, Mr. Ash Mufarah said, I know software. That is big. He said that. I know software. He's a strategist. He said he will not roll out any product without knowing how the market is. He looked into the market. He looked at the traffic. He said, we can roll out this product. And he rolled it out. That's, he calculated. We are lucky. Out of the 7 billion people in this world, the lucky 1.4 million OnPassive founders, God saw our heart and said that, join Mr. Ash Mufarah and let my people go and let my people be well, and it shall be well. Game on. Game on. The CEO told us the other day, we are in a very good position as founders of OnPassive, collectively, than any other human race at the moment. That is big. Can you believe, or can we believe, that out of the 7 billion people on this planet Earth, we are in a position, collectively, fine than any other human race at the moment. He said that poverty is going to be at the past. It's going to be the past. We are counting the days, weeks. That's my own calculation. World Cup is in 29 days. We know what that means. The game is on. The game is on. OnPassive is going to redesign the internet space. And the CEO told us, like my brother Bob said, we are going to own the internet space. That is true with our products. The value that we are bringing, that we are going to bring in the market. And Mr. Ash Mufarah, our ultimate blesser, has changed our mindset. We all came into OnPassive because of money. But today, all of us, we have that love for humanity. We don't talk anymore about what am I going to do, or talk about money. We talk about how we're going to help. Like tomorrow, we are going to launch Missionaries for Africa. Everybody's invited there tomorrow, 12:45. Please come in there and join us. That is a movement also. That is a foundation that is going to carry out humanitarian work in Africa and other parts of the world. Like Chris Johnson also has Oh Bless. Chris Johnson also has Oh Bless. And I do know most of us, we do have our own personal NGOs that we've created. And when you look at OnPassive, when you look at the founders, all the 1.4 million of us, we are going to touch at least 1 or 2, 3 per person all over the world. We are in more than 200 countries all over the world. In each of those countries, somebody, one founder is going to impact their community. That is the mindset. That is the mindset that Mr. Ash Mufara has instilled in us. The world will be a better place because of Mr. Ash Mufara. We owe him that. We owe him to impact somebody's life. We owe him to do something in our community. After filling our tongue, he said, fill your tongue first. Fill your tongue. When you fill your tongue, do something. He said Mother Teresa was a good woman, may her soul rest in peace, but she got limited resources. And it looks like, it's not like, looks like Mr. Ash Mufara has taken that baton and he has passed it over to 1.4 million of us. We are going to do it. Game on. OnPassive signed a contract with BeamSport to sponsor all the games, live streaming. This is big. Timing. Timing. Better timing. If we do know what football is in America, we call it soccer. That is the most prestigious sport in the world. That 5 billion people will watch. I think it's about 29 days or 28 days. With a lot, costs a lot of money. 64 matches. Imagine OnPassive. You lie on your couch. You watch each match before and during the halftime. OnPassive. The advert. It's going to be a pride for us. It's a joy for us. After hard work for all these years, we can see our own products, our own company name is out there in the front of 5 billion people watching. With the products display. And Mr. Ash Mufara told us, our CEO, the living legend, the marketing campaign, they will promote our products and they'll promote the brand. Who are they branding? Us. The company is branding us. Good timing. And the game is on. And the game is on. Look at the marketing campaign that started in Dubai. Look at the marketing campaign that started in Dubai. And he said in November, we are going to have something that is more than that. He's going to throw the bomb. And OnPassive is going to be a kitchen name. I'll say so. Because of our products and because of the value that OnPassive will bring into the market. We should be proud of ourselves that we've been loyal, respectful, hope, and faith. And I know Mr. Ash Mufara, he said the other day, it is his responsibility to take care of the founders. He's a man of respect. Another good timing, he said the world by mid next year, recession is coming. Now we know that is there already. Look at the gallon of gas in the United States today, $4 something, $3 something. You go to the grocery store, a gallon of milk from $4 something is now $6 something. Everything, the price of everything has gone up. The recession is coming. OnPassive will be that company that is going to take a little bit of that percent, will drop that percentage down. Because our products, affordable prices and unlimited. Every CEO will rush to come and get our products. The cost of what they spend now for one product, they will get two products in OnPassive. I'm in the industry. Know what I'm talking. My brothers here, they know. Anybody that is in the tech industry know how much one product that a company will buy costs, from subscription to unlimited costs. But Mr. Ash Mufarah, our CEO, wants to give it affordable price and unlimited. Companies are going to make more money, and the CEOs, they'll put more money also into the employees, their pocket, by giving them good bonuses and raise. Maybe even it's 1% or 2%. It's going to help. So it's also going to help now for the recession. So perfect timing that OnPassive is coming to the market with all these wonderful, good products, affordable products, with AI. A good man, he said yesterday that he has hired 8 data scientists. If you people know what that means, 8 around the world. It costs a lot of money. If you ask me as an IT person to go back to school, I'll go back to school to become a data scientist. AI. They make good money. So you can imagine how much he's going to pay one. He said they are from Germany, UK, US, and he has to relocate them. You know how much that is going to cost to displace one of a data scientist. He got 8 of them. OnPassive is the giant in the market. OnPassive is a giant in the market. If you look at what Mr. Ash Mufarah is doing, what OnPassive is doing today, we are not only 3 up, 3 years ahead. We are 3 years times 3 ahead of all the tech companies. When you look at OMail yesterday, how do you feel? Have you ever seen anything like that in the market, in any of the main product, from Gmail to any? It's like day and night. It's like day and night. I give kudos to our tech guys in Hyderabad, to Mr. Mohammed Kamal and the team, and to Mr. Ash Mufarah. I want to say thank you to everybody that is here today. Our expectation should be high because we are at the top. Our expectation should be high. My brother Bob said we should enjoy this last moment in our lives because we will not come back there again. Poverty is the past. You will not want to go and open your mailbox. Your temperature is high because only bills and bills and bills. You have more money to pay all those bills and be happy. But we should take good care of our health. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. That was a good presentation. Lots of information you gave us. Thank you. All right, now is our time for our open mic. And I'm going to have Rob moderate. It's going to be his first time, so it's exciting, right, Rob? Are you excited?
Yeah, can't
ready?
you tell? I'm excited. Thank you, Sergeant Major. Well, let's see. Couple of ground rules, as Ms. Nakamoto usually says. We don't want to bring up anything that's proprietary in any way. Some of the things that Ash mentioned on Roblin Live last night were proprietary, as well as on the corporate webinar. So please, please, please avoid those topics. But we want to hear about your excitement and the way you view things and where we're going. So I'll mute myself, and if you all would raise your hand if you want to speak. And we'd like to keep it to, well, it's only 9 o'clock. Keep it to a reasonable time, like 2 to 3 minutes for now, if that's okay, Sergeant Major.
That's good. Mhm.
Okay. Actually, we're in the same room about 10 feet apart, so I'm trying to talk quietly so we don't reverb or whatever that's called. So anyway, I'm going to mute myself for the
So
moment.
what you're gonna do is raise your hand and we'll see your raised hands. And what we do is we click the ask to unmute button. So Rob, when you see their hand up, there's an unmute button. If you hover over the name, it will say ask to unmute and you can unmute them. So try doing that with Richard Lamott. Hi, Richard.
Thank you for the training. Richard, come on down, brother.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. Hi, Arma. There's another good man, full of love. You know, my body's been all nuts and I've been crazy. I mean, I don't know when to sleep and when not to sleep anymore. I mean, I'm all mixed up and I mean, Ash is driving us crazy. That's what he's doing. He's a little tease, but he's a good tease. You know, to have a family like Ash has, my God, you know, he's got a wife that's a million, you know, 1 in a million that will support a man for 4 years like that. That's one wonderful, lovable wife that he has. And those 2 boys, you know, he spends his time with his family most of the time. And yet he's working 24/24 for us. And I know he wants everything to go, but you know, they tell him, well, yeah, but I can make this one better. I can make that one just a little teeny weeny little better, you know, give me another 2-3 days. So I can almost imagine, you know, he's lucky he's got hair on his head, really. But the love that man has for humanity is just unbelievable. We're going to see so many changes in this world. I mean, I'm not one to cry, but I'll tell you, I've been crying a lot lately. Just from listening to Ash and what he tells us, you know. And you can see that the man wants to tell us more, but he can't. He sits with those lawyers and they probably give him the dirty look, but that's okay. He's not worried about it. He's the one paying them. So what I got, I'd say in the last, let's say the last month, I'm seeing more and more of our OnPassive family full of love coming out. Notice that the participants going up. We're seeing people that never spoke, that have been here for 3 years and never spoke, and they're talking now, which proves how much that love from his heart is flowing worldwide. I'll leave you all with that. And I'm so happy. And Robin Lynn, once in a while, I'm not in there because I fall asleep. I've seen myself wake up half off the chair, but I love you guys. And I love every last human being on this earth from the bottom of my heart. Kisses and hugs to all of you. Thank you for listening to me.
Thanks, Richard. We appreciate it. And one of these days, when we're all together in one great big meeting place, I'll tell you the stories of where and when Lynn actually sleeps. But shh, for now.
Oh, this is unusual. We usually have quite a few hands. Everybody shy today? We have with some shy people. All right, Harold is here. All right, go for it, Harold.
I'm surprised there's not any hands up in front of me, so I can talk as long as I want to. But anyway, Thank you guys, the tech guys, for sharing, their knowledge and their specialty with us. I'm just so excited about it. Every time I hear that man talk, I mean, he just pumps me up. And then the tech people break it down so I can really understand what he's saying. But this is what I wanted to know. I know, let me say, marketing was never one of my fortes. I know that Unpassive is doing all the marketing and stuff for us, but I want to know, what can I do to get in the game? I don't want to just sit back and let Unpassive do all the work for me. I want to be involved too. Could I get some suggestions on what I can do to get in the game from anyone? Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Harold. We appreciate it. And we love you being everywhere we see you. And I'm out there, even though you don't see my face that often. So I know you're everywhere, and we appreciate it very much. And next we have Verona. Come on down, Verona.
I am down. I'm right here. Listen, it says game on. And I don't know how many of you are sports fan, but you have soccer, you have football, you have baseball, you have hockey, you have all sort of game out there, all sort of sport. And I know when y'all go to the game, nobody is quiet. Everybody got pom-poms, everybody cheering, and there's a goal, and everybody jump up, yay! And everybody cheer for their team. Everybody. Now, what is this team that we have here? We have a team called Unpassive. Now, everybody's supposed to be so excited at this very point. Today's 10/21, but let us not wait for November 20. I don't know how much I could dance right here. I don't know how much I could cheer right here. But let me tell you something. There's somebody called God. And whatever God assigned, it will come to fruition. Because he got guardians. And he guides. And he protects whatever he conceives in the heart of man. And as we sit here as little soldiers in this little army, let us remember something. What is for you cannot be for nobody else. Cannot be for nobody else. And I want to say, what is assigned to Ash is more than what Ash can manage. And that is the reason why we got pulled out as 1.4. founders. So I want to say thank you, Ash, for being obedient. Thank you for accepting your assignment with humility. Thank you, tech team, for standing in your assignment that was given to you. As we stand together, let us remember, as it said, game on. Let us look a little bit excited as if we're at a real game. Cheer for our biggest team, and that is Team Unpassive. Thank you, Rob. I'll see you later. And Lynn, see you later.
See you at the top, the new top.
The new top.
Okay, let's see. Next up, I'll ask Mr. Ron Lorg to come on down. I did.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just, as I've told you in the past, last week, I'm more excitable than most people are because I'm in the technology world, and when I see what Unpassive is bringing to us, I'm overwhelmed with excitement because I have thoughts that come up in my head, my mind. While I was sitting here, I wrote down a couple of notes that I want to share with you. Unpassive will cover the gamut of leading edge technology products and peripherals. Most have not been invented yet. If you can dream it, Unpassive can make it come to life in multiple ways. That's the power of OnPassive. We're just getting started. We haven't even invented it yet. We're just at the very beginning of the most incredible thing that any of us have witnessed in our lifetime. That is earth moving. And here's what I think of that. Open your mind to all the possibilities and invent something that can change the world. The like-minded people, known as O-founders, will have brainstorming sessions to advance our product line in ways not possible until OnPassive. This will build a legacy of high-value products that all O-founders will be proud of. That's game on. Thank you all.
Good stuff, Ron. That is good stuff. Have you ever seen even a small portion of what we're seeing now come to life so fast?
No. One product from one company took this long. We're going to have 100 products in the same amount of time. And it's mind-boggling the amount of programming that is involved in bringing this to life.
Exciting stuff, and we're glad you're along for the journey.
Billions of lines of code.
Thanks
That's
a lot.
why it takes all the people in India working on this to make it happen as fast as it's happening. Because Ash has put the people in place, the right people, the professionals, and they are working for us and they're loving it. That's what I think is the power of OnPassive. We're all in this together and we're all connected so well. We can take this beyond anybody's thoughts at this point. So let's do that. Game
Good
on.
stuff. Game on, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And if I didn't mute myself, which I didn't, let's say hello to the one, the only, Mr. John White. And as you can see, John, I keep it high and tight.
I do understand. I'm looking at the faces of some of the most treasured people in this world. We have positions that have been given us by Mr. Ash Mufareh, his family, and the technical geniuses at Hyderabad. Now, I trust him, I trust them implicitly. So I'm not bogged down, nor am I, I would call it intimidated by such a complex technology, such a massive company that is going to, as we found out, own the internet. How do you own the internet? When someone signs in and they're in OnPassive. See, I'm middle-aged, 70s. And for a long time, I have been on the internet looking for a way of making money. And then May 2020 changed my entire life. When it comes to making a legacy for my family and for others who follow me. Such a complicated technology, I would not want to be in Mr. Mufareh's shoes or the tech shoes. Look at what's ahead of them. The massive display of just how awesome OnPassive is going to be. See, we're just that bamboo tree that for 5 years, no one knew that it was growing. until bam, it hit the surface. And that's exactly what OnPassive has done. They're going to relieve the stress and strain that this world puts on all of us who weren't born with golden or silver spoons in our mouths. But each one of us will have that golden spoon. And then we'll be able to pass what we have found and what we have appreciated OnPassive. No other company will be able to do what OnPassive has been desired to do. He has the innate ability to get people to see his vision like we saw his vision. And he's put it in place where no one who has finger dexterity will not be able to get in OnPassive and be successful. See, all of us probably were the 98% who failed. Can you imagine 100% success rate? That's what we have. Thank you very much. And I'm totally excited about what we have. And let me see that you guys are excited by smiling, by doing, waving, all of that, because that's where we're at. Thank you.
You can see I'm a rookie here, Mr. White. I muted myself. So thanks a lot. We appreciate it very much. And we're going to see you at the top, the new top. Thank you, sir. Oh, I'm humming now. All right. Thank you, Sergeant Major. Violet, come on down.
Yabba dabba doo! We are excited. Just want to say, last week we started doing this thing where we were appreciating the people who brought us in. I just want to say thank you, well, first of all, to Jesus for doing all that he did for me. Then I want to thank Sandra Fletcher. She signed me up. I didn't even know I was in. One day I came over to visit and she said, I signed you up to this thing. She says, can you stay and watch your meeting and see what it's all about? Well, I've been watching meetings since then. And it's been a journey. I can't wait till I get to meet you all. I know there's over 1 million people, but I plan to travel the world. And there's so many cute guys too. Anyway, what else? I'm gonna take care of myself first, get somewhere to live, decent place, get a car. For once, I want to buy a brand new car, a car that I order at the dealership, not something that's already built and whatever. I want to design the car the way I want it. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, all these other things. I mean, I live in Canada, so it's cold in the winter. And then, passport's all ready. So off I go. Iceland, Australia, New Zealand. Oh, I want to do some skydiving too. And there's some places in the world where you can go zip lining over these canyons like you wouldn't believe. I'll wear depends just to make sure that nothing happens. And we will have fun. Looking forward to meeting you all. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thanks, Violet. We appreciate you very much. Thanks for being here from Canada. And before I bring on Ms. Francesca, I'd like to say to Harold, I had no idea that I cut you off. It was certainly unintentional. As you can see, I do not know what in the world I'm doing here, other than the Sergeant Major asked me to help out. So if you want to come back on, throw that hand up again, and of course I'll bring you back on. And once again, my apologies.
Hi, Rob. I think move my camera. I think Harold was asking, I think he had a question. He wanted to know what he could do, what OnPassive launches. Am I right, Harold? Just not shake your head. Yeah. Okay. So what I would say is, for me, number one, the first thing that I would do is, we have the ability or the option to buy more traffic, right? So I'll get more traffic so that I get more customers being sent to my website. That's number one. Number two, you can also do some things by yourself. The system is automated. The system is designed to work for you, yes. But you could also help yourself. You could also do things just like we pre-built our teams before now. You could also reach out to your community, the people that you know, because you can still bring in resellers by yourself. So you could reach out to your contacts, the contacts that you have. Let me give you a clue or an idea that was brought to me. There's a webinar, the Heroes webinar, that happens on Sundays from 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. There's a gentleman there by the name of Andy Bex. I listened to him. I was at the webinar. I'm part of that webinar, that forum. And about 2 months ago or so, he gave us a brilliant idea, which I'll share here. You know how every day you get a bunch of spam emails, Harold, all of us? What I've been doing since Andy Bex gave me that information, I've been keeping the emails, those spam emails. Well, I look at the emails and I see, so most of them are people that are trying to sell you stuff. So I've been keeping those, I created a folder and I've been keeping those emails, and I have more than 1,000 of those emails right now. Guess what? When OnPassive launches, I'm going to send an email to all those spam emails, those people, to tell them about OnPassive, that they could become resellers. How about that?
That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that. Yes. Bob, I tried to get in touch with you. I'm from Maryland also.
Okay, good. All right.
I left my information on the chat.
Okay. Did you speak before some time ago? Did I speak with you?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
And Rob, thank you very much. I know you're Virgo, 49, and I'm 49, but you're a little older than me. You were born on the 25th and I was born on the 29th.
Just to add, Bob, just to add one more thing for Harold, you have the free products like, Omail and Onet. There are people who love it. If you know people who love Onet, share Onet to them. Tell them it's free. Omail, share it to them. The moment they come in, they are tied for you. They are tied on your business for life. Okay. When they register in Onet or Omail, the moment they register, they are already in the OBS. They will start to see what they love within OnPassive, the products, sellable products, and they can say, wow, you know what? What if I do this? I can start to make some money, and they will become resellers or customers. That's the lot of way you can do this. A lot of things within OnPassive ecosystem you can do. Like what Bob said, spam, send it. They'll send you a lot of spam. You just send them email.
I will. When I asked my question, no one responded. I said, well, it must be a silly question.
No, sorry, because
no, sorry. I was going to come in and then when I
Yeah.
had you in mind, I was going to, I was waiting for all the hands to come down, then respond. I did not want to interject.
Yeah.
But thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fired before I'm hired. This is, oh my goodness. Once again, sorry, Harold, and we're glad you're here. And thanks for being younger than me. I think everybody here tonight is probably younger than me. Let me move along here, if I may, to Francesca, and go ahead and unmute Francesca and bring it.
Did you ask her to unmute?
Yes, she's live and ready to go.
All right.
She's unmuted.
Oh, no sound, Francesca. If you're using earbuds, maybe take them out. You might have better luck. You're not using earbuds. Try adjusting the volume, maybe.
Probably something I did.
What we can do is we'll come back to you, Francesca, when you figure out the sound thing. We'll just keep you in mind and we'll go on to Dr. Benny for now, okay?
All right.
Don't
Is
give
that
up.
okay?
Yeah, don't give up, Francesca. We'll come back to you.
Hello, Dr. Benny, and go ahead and unmute and tell us.
All right. Good evening, Brother Rob Gorman, Angeline. Good evening to each and everyone. I want to take this special moment to thank our God for everything that He has done by sending our CEO to us, and our CEO saw the vision. When he saw the vision, he didn't just sit, he decided that he wanted to share the opportunity to all of us. So my own excitement, or should I say game on, is that the time has arrived. You all know that when we joined OnPassive, people were complaining. When are you going to launch? When are we going to launch? The time has come. Are you all ready? First, I want to thank our tech brothers, tech pro brothers. You all have spoken. You all have that knowledge and technology. I respect you all. I thank you all. I want to thank our CEO because he is the man. He is a self-sacrificing man, a man who has the heart of humanity. And I always said, he will say, either I do or I die. And as we all know, that he is here to correct corruption, right? To uplift humanity. Now, this excitement that has arrived, we talk about the products. Our products are more superior than any other products that I know of. Remember that we have 50 plus products, right? And there are 50 different departments. That's what it means. Now, OnPassive was introduced into the world March the 30th of 2022. Now, do you all know that a lot of people, they used to laugh at me. They used to laugh at me, but this time I'm going to laugh at them. I am not lying. Now, our excitement is this. We have OnPassive all over the globe, business news, smart businesses. And then our CEO stated something that he does not have the value. No, he does have the value and the ability to improve our lives for the better. Remember, like I stated before, the time has arrived, which means that we have to be ready for the fees, the activation fee, right? We have to be ready. And another thing that we have to do is for all those who are utilizing their cell phones all over the globe, because I know that 90% of them are utilizing their cell phone. And you know that their emails, they do have it inside that cell phone. And most of the time, they don't shut down the emails. Now, my own advice is for you all to please close it off, and then you can start it up the next day. I know some of you guys do not have, maybe sometimes you've forgotten your password, right? And I just want you to be careful. Now that we are launching pretty soon, I need each and everyone to be very, very careful when it comes to your password security. Please, I want you to have at least 12 to 16 characters or more. Please, because the hackers are out there. Now that they know we are launching pretty soon, they will do what it takes to take your money. Please. Now, since like Uncle Bob said, that we do have our new website, we do have it Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Yes, and pretty soon we'll be having it every day. Do you all know why? Because pretty soon, you know, like the customers, when they come on Monday, they will see something different. This is like attracting our customers so that they can come and purchase our products. This is excitement. And pretty soon, as for me, my own excitement is that my school loan will be paid. And those of us who are students and who are owing school loans, I pray that you guys should pay your school loan first before you can do anything else. I am really excited. Now, we have some of our products are revolutionary, which means that an entirely new product that is expected to satisfy some of our needs. They are on their way, coming. Now, what do you mean? It is being certain that which the products, they evolve revolutionary in the industry where the value is created for the key stakeholder and for the entrepreneurs ecosystem, the ideas and the business, that it will be leveled. So I just want each and everyone to be ready. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
for giving me
Dr.
this
Benny.
opportunity.
And we
Brother Rob?
appreciate you very much. Thank you for being on, and we'll see you at the new top.
You bet. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go at the direction of Sergeant Major. We're going back to Francesca. And Francesca, I'm told you can unmute yourself.
She's gonna try. She's on her phone trying to find the unmute button. You guys know where the unmute button is on the phone? Anybody that uses the phone can tell Francesca where it is.
Is it an iPhone or?
No.
Depends on the type phone. It's on the left side of the iPhone as you face it.
And the Android phone, I don't know, but it would, I would think it'd be pretty easy to spot the unmute and mute button. Does anybody in the co-host know? You guys can unmute.
It has a microphone.
Yeah, she's on mute.
Oh,
She's
all
yeah.
right, you're
I think-
unmuted. Can you-
Are you using an earpiece?
No. she said no.
Oh,
I don't know why. There's no volume on her thing.
I'm sure it's the volume. Check your volume if you are connected.
Oh.
Should we come back again to Francesca? We can always do that if you want.
Francesca, you can unmute at any time and see if you can get the volume higher. Okay, so that's an option for you. I made you co-host. Right. Thank you for your patience, Francesca.
Yeah.
Thank you, Francesca. And next up is Mr. Smart. All right, come on down, Mr. Smart. I've unmuted you, or I'm asking you to unmute, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Auntie Lynn and Brother Rob. My name is Vitel Smart. I live right here in Orlando, close to Passive headquarters.
All right.
And I was in that room yesterday and I'm still feeling the heat. I'm still feeling the heat from Mr. Ash throwing all those bombs out there yesterday. And I want to say thank you very much for allowing me on your platform and for this opportunity to, just to speak a few minutes. And I asked my 96-year-old mom, who has 14 of us kids, and she has a little black book where she puts all the names in of all her kids. And then when she say her prayer, she mentioned all of us by name, each of us by name. He's praying for each of us. So I've asked her to add Brother Ash Mafori to that list. And she's gonna be praying for him every day because Ash needs our prayers. Among with all the founders, all the 1.4 million soldiers in his army, he needs a lot of prayers. And we want to make sure that that is known. And every day when we get on these calls, we make sure that we all pray for Ash. And so, Brother Harold, I hear you pleading out there for something to do. I want you to I'm gonna ask you to give me a call and we can see if we can link up together and do some work together. Okay? I'm gonna put my number in the chat so you can take it. And Brother Bob, you stole my thunder with those suggestions you made there with junk mail. Because I had that idea also, that I'm going to turn my junk into treasure. And I've been inundated with junk all the time, so I'm going to hit them back where it hurts, and make some and monetize it after all. So we have a lot of things to do, and I want to say this that Ash is very, very concerned about one thing. He gives us cutting edge products. He's going to give us money. And somebody asked me, how do you know that? I said, man, has Ash ever disappointed us yet? Whatever he promises, he delivers. And he promised to give us money. And he's asking for one thing from us. One thing. A good mindset. Are we prepared to get into this and receive what he's asking us to do? In the book, The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, it is said that you can have all the knowledge and skills in the world, but if you don't have the blueprint set for success, you'll be financially doomed. And so we know that before we enter this what Ash is giving us, before we get involved in it, we have to have that mindset to receive it. And every call that I go on, that's going to be my mission forever. Talk about the mindset. Are we ready? Are we mentally ready to receive what we are being asked to do? The mission that we are being asked to fulfill, the vision that Ash has for us. You see, in that book, it's also said, I admire rich people. I bless rich people. I love rich people. And I'm going to be a rich people. But if you don't have that mindset, we're doomed before we even start. So my plea to everybody on this call tonight and every call that I've ever been into, to make sure that we are not getting ready, but we are ready. Because there's a difference between getting ready and being ready. You know, just picture yourself going on a trip and you pack your luggage, you get your passport, you get a boat, you get your plane tickets, and then time comes for the trip and you go to the airport and you go through security, and now you arrive at the gates. You're ready to take off. Are we ready to take off now? Because we were getting ready all the time, but now we have to be ready now. Because at any moment, I said within days or weeks, not even weeks, within days, we can have that launch. So I'm just asking everybody to have that mindset for that launch and transform it into a business mindset. Come out of that worker's mindset into a entrepreneurial mindset to receive this blessing.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much,
Vito.
sir.
We
you.
appreciate you very much. And you're going to be able to make it to Boynton Beach on the 5th?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you there.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward.
Good, good, good. Okay, Deblina, come on down, please. I was having some technical difficulty with my
Hello to
phone.
everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Hello to everyone. Love you all. And game is on. Be ready. Game is on. And game is on with Oplay. Gaming industry, the virtual gaming industry has a maximum business. And game is on with products. World best products. Game is on. OnPassive is going to rule the internet. Game is on. Be ready. And choose death. Before you think of living OnPassive, choose death. Don't think of living OnPassive. Think how you can grow OnPassive. Think how you can grow OnPassive business. Love OnPassive like your mother, like your father. Love OnPassive. Love Ash. Become topmost lover fan of Ash. Lover fan of OnPassive products. Lover fan of Tech Team. Lover fan of all founders. Because they are going to do a great job. I want to share this message to everyone. Everyone, each founder. I am topmost lover fan of each founder of Ash, of Tech Team, and I love you all.
Thank you, Deblina.
Yes.
Excellent. And from India, I hope we'll see you maybe tonight on Roblin Live.
Okay, I try.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Definitely
We
try.
appreciate you very much. And next we have Miss Ivy Mix. Come on down.
Yeah, hello, good evening, everybody. Game is on, and I had just wanted to answer Mr. Harold Fox, and the way maybe I stand to be corrected, but in preparation, I'll just take a project. Let's say your plan is to build a school. So you have to think forward. You have to know the area. You can choose the area now. You can choose the area. You have to know that you have to get permits. You have to know that if you're having a nonprofit, you have to have your board of governance, the articles of incorporation. You have to have a working plan, as well as having who are you going to leave it with, just in case you're not well or you have to travel for something for OnPassive. So These are building blocks. These are working plans. Know what you want to do. Know that if you want to build a hospital, it's not going to take 3 days. It's a 6-year plan or a 4-year plan. So everybody will start getting busy. I want to build a school. I want to build a hospital. So those are working plans. You have to know where you're going to put your school up. I do dream building by driving. I used to drive, I still do it. Right now, do you know what? I drive to the middle of where my city is. I look at skyscrapers. Can you believe it? Ash said we should dream big. I look at skyscrapers. I tell myself, one day I'm going to put up Ivy Towers. I'm looking at skyscrapers. So now we're going to work backwards. Because you're thinking of building a skyscraper, you're looking for the land. You're already having that preparation. There's so much excitement in your spirit. So what do? You go back, you backtrack. You say, I want this on passive to work. You start doing like Mr. Fonte was saying. You start building your email from the spam. Then what do? You start preparing. You're too excited about the skyscraper not to keep the deposit that we, what's it called? Is it the deposit? Oh God, to activate, the money you need to activate. So can you imagine? I'm thinking about my skyscraper. That works me back to getting my activation fee ready. So that is how we're going to do it. So remember, we're following Dr. Ash. Ash is always talking about doing the proper thing. He's met with his lawyers. He has his papers. He has everything ready. Look for your land. Do you have a company? Look for your articles of incorporation. Look at who you want to join you in the company. It could be any of the people on this panel. Do you know? And so you fix your mind. That is a way of preparation. So game is on. And just like the former man said, it could be days. I'm always thinking, what about if this thing launches tomorrow? For my dream fitting, are you getting me? I'm thinking that way. I'm thinking, I'm going to go ahead of this on passive. They've already given me the speed. They've already given me the engine. I have to make it work. So you have to bring all your plans down. So when people come to me about nonprofits, I always talk to them. I said, are you ready to be in 100%? It's not like it's not going to work. So you have to put your feet in, your head in, all your family knows this is what you like. So this is my little bit, I'll put in. I was thinking, I said, oh, maybe it's a fantasy world, but I'm telling you, it's a reality. I have it in my books. I'm always making notes. So people call me Creation Lab. Yeah, I'm always creating, and that's what Ash wants us to do. We have to put our feet in what is inside us. Thank you.
Thanks, Ivy. That's good stuff. Good stuff. We appreciate you being here tonight very much.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess we'll go over to Mr. Bruce, and then if it's okay with Satyanarayana, we'll go back to Francesca. We'll give that a try in just a moment after Brother Bruce. Come on, Bruce. Come along.
Ron, you're doing a bang-up job. So don't sweat the small stuff. When I was recording engineer, I got overwhelmed because there were so many dials and things to learn until the other engineer said, all you have to learn is one panel. And if you learn one, you know them all. It's same with on passive, if you know one thing and you'll know most everything. But I gotta say, thank God that we have AI. Because everything that Collins talks about, and Bob and Oliver and all you guys talk about, becomes overwhelming to a guy who's a computer illiterate. So thank God AI is here. And when I heard Ash speak, he said, and the thing that he said, everything is color coded. So if you want to be on ONET, it'll be one color. If you want to be on OMail, it'll be another color. to make it all easy for us to navigate. Ash is wonderful in that he wants everything to be simple for everyone. I think it's important though, we have 300 plus people on here. There's 1.4 million people. The majority of people probably will never be as involved as the people that are here. But when we tell people, if you're not plugged in, you're going to miss things. It's not what we're first told. We're told no one will be left behind. So the more we talk about, if you're not here, you're losing out. We're basically alienating people that don't need to be alienated. And I honor everybody, no matter where their path is. I read something just a minute ago that said, when you start to find a new way of live, you have to be open to new ideas. And certainly, OnPassive is a new way to live. And certainly, it's changed a lot of our thinking. Because Ash always talks about mindset, the mindset of being positive. So one of the things when you talk about people who are not plugged in as being too bad, it's kind of like there's no goodness there, there's no kindness there. This is not about you don't get it. This is about everybody's included. This is about unity. And unity is what binds us here. When we're in OnPassive, the one thing we have is a common goal, and that's to help humanity. That's to help each other. That's to laugh, to cry, to sing, to dance, as Marianne Marciano always says. All those things are important for us to do together. So I always want to remember to be positive, to be kind, to be compassionate and caring, and always have the ability to be patient with people when they are lost. My mind says I have to know how to harvest emails. I know how to do. I have to know what Marty knows how to do. But Marty's an expert marketer. Not anybody. Hardly anybody can do what Marty did. With Marty, Dan, and Mike, this grew to where it is. This didn't happen just because it was wished about. This happened because of a lot of effort from a lot of people, from Ash down to represents everybody here. And I'm grateful for everybody here. I love everybody here. And I can't say how much I honor, respect, and cherish what Ash has done for us. But more importantly, even than that, I cherish all of you with all my heart. And I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that Rob has come around and showed up and does Rob Lynn show was incredible. What was said there was almost as good as the entire webinar in the afternoon with Ash, because it opened our eyes even more, opens our eyes way to how many possibilities there are here in OnPassive. And
all right. Bruce. We're a little short on time, but you and I will continue this for sure in Boynton Beach, because I know you could walk to Boynton Beach from your house.
Yeah, it takes me for 3 days to walk there, but I'll get there.
Well, we'll pick you up then. We'll see you. Thanks, Bruce. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate all your support on the other platforms that Lynn seems to keep appearing on. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
So Rob, just want to add something quickly to what Bruce said. I know we made the statement that we know OnPassive will not, that's the slogan, nobody will be left behind. But do you know that there are people who decide to leave themselves behind? Because let us be honest, this is a business, this is technology. We must follow technology, or technology will leave us behind. If Mr. Ash Mufarah set a date that this is the day that we are going to the market, because rolling out is strategic. Mr. Ash Mufarah said we'll roll out strategically based on the trend of the market. I think sometimes some of the founders don't get that. You don't roll out product like that. You roll it because you want to go out strategically to hit the market. So do you think Mr. Ash Mufarah will wait because one founder have just decided not to not to come in, not to do anything, not like they have paid, but you tell them, activate your account, come in, this is the process, and they decide to slip behind. Mr. Alvarado, I don't think ONPAS will wait for that person. You can come in anytime you want to come, but they will be moving ahead seamlessly because they have stretched their hands. Ash have stretched his hand, hold my hand and come. And you said, no, I want to sleep and come my own time. Mr. Alvarado will move ahead. So that's what we are saying, that you will leave yourself behind. ONPAS, the slogan is nobody will be left behind, but you can decide to leave yourself behind. So that's the point we are trying to clarify here, that people should wake up because this is the time. If you've been sleeping for 2 years, this is the time for you to wake up. And if you are a founder here, wake your brothers up. If they refuse to follow you, move ahead. Because the truth is, if you try to pull somebody up and the person refuses, if you don't take care, the person will pull you down. So that's the question we're trying to clarify here.
Being ready is the key right now because it's time to rumble. The time is here. So, Lynn, are we going back to Miss Francesca or do we go to Sacha?
Yeah, let's give Francesca a chance. Hi, Francesca. Are you speaking? I think she's trying. No luck, Francesca?
She's talking. I can see her lips moving. I just can't read them.
Shucks. I don't know what that is about, Francesca. We'll come back to you again, okay? If you can kind of fidget with it and see if you can figure it out. All right, thanks. Thanks for your patience, Francesca.
Okay, so I'm going over now to Sacha. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, Sacha, unmute and bring it, brother.
Hi, sir. How are you? Hi, ma'am. Hi, Lynn, ma'am. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm unable to open my camera today. Some issue is there. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be connected with these great leaders. I'm very happy. I watched yesterday's YouTube channel. Ash presence was really amazing. I'm very happy to be here to be associated with these great people. Thank you so much, ma'am. This is an honor to every founder to get connected with this great, amazing business. So thank you so much. It's very nice to be with you. It's a great family. I'm very happy to be with you. This is the time, actually. This is the time to get connected, be plugged in with our great business, to be informative. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for your support. And we can do something to grow and to be connected, get connected with this. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so
Stay
much. Very happy
connected,
to be
and
here.
brother, I think we'll probably see you at midnight tonight, Eastern Daylight Time. So good stuff.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Very happy to be here.
Thank you. Okay, next on the listing, if I'm reading this right, is Miss Lisa McBride. Come on down.
I don't think my camera works very good. I can't get it to show me. I'm just going to turn it off. I was waiting for, I'm going to close this other phone, sorry. Other things that we can do. I don't know if I missed that answer to that too, but my question originally was, when we get our links, like for the free products like Go Connect and Mail and Noblesse, are they individual, or like if I send my own net or to my friend and they sign up, that gets them to the back office. They don't need to sign up for Noblesse and Mail and Network.
I'm not
them,
sure
do
of the
they?
specifics, but the best person would be to ask the tech guys, and they're four of them are here, and or Miss Lynn.
Like, I'm just wondering, do I have to send 3 links to one person?
Oh, Tech Pros, come in, please.
Sorry, I was not listening. She can repeat.
I'm just wondering if I have to send the free links, all of them, to each person. Like if I want to send Onet to my friend, does that get them in as my customers forever? Or do I have to send them Onet, Endomail, EndoBless, like all three, or is one good enough?
No, I think one is good enough.
Okay.
You send that link so long as when they through that link, when they register, they go through our OBS platform and they do their initial KYC, they register, they are tied to you for life. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, and then if they wish to go to those other products, they can, but they're
whatever they
still-
come in, even if they come back after 5 years and buy a product, they are tied to you for life.
Okay, they're tied to me at all the products that
Yes.
are at my back office.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
That's how the system
Thank
is.
you all very much.
Lisa.
And
Welcome.
I'm excited, but I'm a little scared.
Yeah.
But it's coming whether, we're
You've
ready
got
or
a
not.
family.
But
This is one great big family, and everyone's going to be here to help one another.
That's right.
Guaranteed.
No problem.
So
Thank
thanks,
you.
Lisa. Appreciate it. And next, looks like Abdur Razak from Nigeria, if I can figure this out. Oops, I unmuted. Let's see. Okay, let me go over to Abdur. And if you can hear me, go ahead and unmute, please.
Hello, Ron. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Lima Chickens, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Awesome. Awesome. First of all, I just want to thank you and Lean for hosting tonight's call. And I also want to thank all our leaders and especially Mr. Ash Mufari. I'm very excited. Truly, truly very excited. I have not slept much since the corporate briefing, still a couple of hours ago. And, I just want to piggyback on what, a couple of people have said already. Mr. Bruce mentioned it. One of our OTEC brothers did mention it as well. As leaders, Mr. Bruce did mention that we have just a little over 300 people on the call right now. And also on the corporate briefings, we have a maximum space of 20,000 people. So definitely, we've been maxing out the corporate calls lately. And we have these special types of briefings, and we have hundreds of people. These are the leaders. And right now, as we're preparing to launch, like Mr. Bruce mentioned, there are many people who don't even know what's happening. And my OTEC brother did mention that we cannot carry everybody along, but we can try. Why do I suggest this? Because the more founders that we have, the more that we can uplift humanity, right? So it's a labor of love. And what I'm doing, we have a large team. I'm in Nigeria, and we have a team of over 1,200 people. And I've tasked myself, everybody that I've recruited directly, and people that I know that they have recruited. Basically my team uses WhatsApp Messenger a lot. We use WhatsApp Messenger a lot. So I'm teaching my team to create broadcast lists so that they can reach individual founders. Apart from trying to reach founders on our WhatsApp groups, everybody that you have, invited directly, even if you cannot call them, which is the most powerful way to reach people right now, is to call them and tell them, listen, we're about to launch and you need to get your acts together. Because believe it or not, even just a couple of hours ago, I got a phone call from somebody in my team saying, listen, I don't understand what's happening because I just increased the tempo of the messages that we send out. So a lot of people have been getting my messages directly and also indirectly through the groups. So they know that there's something happening. So they're waking up. And how can you get people to really get attracted is when you mention that, money is about to be made in the company right now. So that's a great way to catch people's attention. All right. So when you catch their attention, then you ask them about their NDA. You ask them if they've activated some of the products that are in beta testing right now, so that they get engaged. And the more people that we get engaged, the more it's going to be easy for us to reach humanity. So that's just what I want to mention, that this is a time to really reach out to as many people as possible. Some people even have forgotten that they're even founders. So let's go the extra mile and reach out to as many founders as possible. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Thank you. And that's good advice for all of us, not just the people on your team. One thing I might suggest, and I'm no genius at any of this, but is if you have some of their emails, maybe shoot them an email and just give them a list of things. Hey, this is what's coming. Are you ready? You've got to be ready now, not in 6 months anymore. And see how that works. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, it will. Let's use every medium possible.
Right. Well, thanks again. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you
very much. And looks like we're ready for Miss Sylvie. Sylvie, come on down. I think I did, Sylvie. There's Sylvie.
Okay. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for giving me the mic. Thank you to every single one who spoke before me. I appreciate all of you, especially my OTech Pro and everyone. So game on. The ball is rolling. Game on. Daily challenge or difficulty do not mean game over. Did you hear what our CEO and Mr. Mohamed Kamal said yesterday? That they were telling about difficulty and challenges they are facing at this critical time. But this is not stopping them from pushing through, right? Hard time and challenges bring strength, courage, and determination. Have determination, my family on passive, and courage to push through any challenge or obstacle thrown your way until you succeed. That is on passive spirit. Game on, we are unstoppable. Game on, do it or die. Game on, know your product. On passive, over deliver. We have links every day, new products that the CEO bring in the webinar and explain to us. Game on, check your back office most often because new info are popping up every day. Game on, keep sharing the opportunity because sharing is caring. Game on, don't wait until you reach your goal or purpose. Game on, keep a positive mindset. Game on for success and achievement. Game on, attend as many webinars you possibly can to gain more knowledge. Game on, let's thank our blesser, the incredible Mr. Ash Mufare and family. Game is on, believe to yourself. Game is on, believe and trust our CEO and replicate what he is doing. Thank you so very much. We are all in it to win it. Thank you.
Sylvie on passive strong, I can tell. Go get them. We
Thank
are
you.
in this together. We're in it to win it, like you said. All righty, let's move on to Victor, if that's okay, Victor. Well, it looks like, let me see. Oh, you were live, so go ahead, Victor.
Right. Good morning, good day, good evening, good everything to each and every one of you here. It's what 3:14 in not so sunny London, and I'm saying 3:14 a.m. that is. So unfortunately, yesterday I didn't get onto the Rob Lynn show because it was similar timing. It was at 5 o'clock in the morning. So after the web with our CEO, I drifted off to Wonderland, and when I woke up, it was almost all over. But as I said, good evening to everybody. And there's one thing that I personally did. I have a very small team. So 5 or 6 weeks ago, I got all of them. I said, look, let's go back into your back office. Let's make sure that I want you to make sure that each and every one of you is using OMail. Okay, so create your own OMails. Now, what can you do now between now and the time we're actually bringing people in? And I said to each and every one of them, I want you to send out a mail from your OMail and say this message. I'll read it, something like this. I'm trying out a soon to be unveiled email. So please send me a test email, and I put at my new email address, which is the OMail address. Thank you, Victor. And I sent that to everyone that I have in my contact list on whether it was WhatsApp or Messenger. I sent it to everyone. Now, those that have responded, I am making them into a broadcast list so that when Mr. Mufara says, okay, we can now start sharing, I have a list of emails that I would never have had before. I've got them right now. I knew their contacts, but I didn't have their emails. Now I've got their names, I've got their emails, and I'm ready to build my business. And I think that that's something that all of us can do whilst we're waiting. And I started that 5 to 6 weeks ago. And then 4 weeks ago, I asked on, there was a webinar called The Dream Team that comes out once a month. And I asked Mr. Williams at the time, I said, when people respond to the emails that I've sent out, will I be automatically hooked to them, or do I have to send them something else, like an invitation to try this new email that is we are now presenting to the world? And I didn't quite understand the answer, but either way, whether they are connected as a result of what I've done, or whether they're connected as a result of what I'm going to do, because I'm going to go back to them, the very same ones. I'm going back to them. I'm going to say, oh, look, that email that I told you about, the new one, it's actually now active. Why don't you try it? And any one of them that tries it is hooked to me for life. So I just think that we can be very, very proactive at this point in time. We can do little things like that, so that we can build a dynasty of people who are actually going to be helping one another throughout the rest of their lives. And I think that's something that we can all do. We have 1.4 million, and it's been said several times this evening that out of that 1.4 million, there's a very small percentage that are actually active. In countries like, originally I'm from Nigeria, many of them have no clue as to what's going on. They've just paid. And that's it. So it's there's a very small number of people who are actually keeping OnPassive alive. It's keeping OnPassive alive, a very small number. And that means that we are in a great position to be able to bring more and more people in. And so I said my 2 and tuppence, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to do so.
Victor, as a casual observer, as I was for a number of months, I now can see who the people who are ready, and brother, you're ready. You're on your A game, and look out world, here you come. That's the way I look at it. And I'm just a small piece in this puzzle here in my home, but you're ready, brother. And thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Rob, for being a moderator. You did a great job for your first time. Awesome. Now I can depend on you to help me at other times. Yay. I hope you're willing. All right. So we are going to wrap up. It's now 10:19. We've been here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So this is a good time. And I see Francisca's here and she's gonna try to unmute. I know she can do it. Go for it, Francesca.
Uh-oh.
Click every button you see. One of them should work. She's so patient. She waited this whole time. I give her credit. Oh, okay, let's see. Yeah, you are unmuted. You are unmuted, but the volume is not high enough to hear you. So the unmuting is not the problem. The problem is the volume. There's
Can
usually
she
a
hear us?
volume. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Not if you can hear us. Shake if you cannot hear.
No,
Can
she
you
cannot
hear
hear
us?
us. She probably did not
Yeah.
select audio when she was signing in, so there's no audio.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Sorry. Love you. Love you, Francesca. We'll try another time. Oh, she's trying to say something first. Type in the chat. Hey, Francisca, type in the chat. Type to me. Type. I don't know what she's saying because I can't see what she's saying. Oh, Armin wants to chime in. Yes, Armin. Yes, Armin. Go, you can unmute, Armin. Unmute.
Unmute, Armand.
I'm trying. What do you think I'm doing?
You did a good job. Now we can hear you.
I'm sorry.
Lee,
Can
she
you hear
can't
me
hear
now?
you because she doesn't have any audio.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can,
She's gonna
the phone down?
speak through my phone.
All right.
If it works, put your phone down, Armand.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
They can hear you. Go ahead now.
Is that working?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow, you
You're
guys
on.
are the best. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, I was going to tell an interesting story about Sitting White Eagle, which I read today, and it reminds me of what we are sitting on, and all these wonderful accolades and energy, and this trailblazing moment. So he was a Plains Indian warrior and medicine man born in 1840 who lived in Saskatchewan, which is like north of, I think, Montana. And this man lived at the time when the Plains Indians were vast nomadic people, lived all over that North America. And of course, their moves centered on the buffalo over the great Central Plains of North America. And here's the story that I wanted to share. I thought this was quite extraordinary. It reminds me of Ash Muthera and non-passive and what we are all involved in. So he was part of one tribe, the Plains Indians, and there was the Blackfoot Nation. And at one point, the Blackfoot Nation surrounded them in an encampment and wanted to take them as prisoners. And they managed to consult with their leader, Sitting White Eagle, and he told them to do as he said. And under the moonlight, he rose with his blanket, I'm reading this, and he walked in a straight line through their camp. This is through the Blackfoot Nation camp, and his men were following in his footsteps. And as soon as they were out of distance of the camp, the Sitting White Eagle told them to run for their lives. And this story was written up, and the story was that this medicine man used his supernatural powers to make himself and his comrades invisible to the enemy. And it was actually put into his autobiography, which was found by a man who was taking photographs of these Indians. And I'm going to see if I can show you a picture. And what a trailblazer. Here he is. There he is, sitting on his horse. And this man had that ability to do this. And I was thinking, as Ash was saying, you know, we are the correction to the corruption, and we will own the internet. And this was one of the first tribes to be put. Actually, I should read it here. Sorry, one little bit more, and it'll end the story. Sorry, not to indulge. They were the last community to live on the plains, and then in 1880, the buffalo herds disappeared, and then they were transitioned from nomadic people to being dependent on the Canadian government, and they had these treaties come in from 1873 to 1877, and everything changed. So it was a complete ending of a life and a history and a chapter of world history. And this is what we're doing with the correction to the corruption. But we are making a better world, as was said earlier. The change to make a better world is what On Passive is all about. And this is going to be another complete revolution and evolution for mankind. And I just having read that today in my University of Toronto Alma Mater magazine, I just thought to share that with everyone. And just the whole time goes on and changes come, but this is such a beautiful transition that we are all involved with, that everyone has so beautifully spoken about today. And bring it on, giddy up, as Susie would say. And thanks for listening, everyone. I love you all. You're all the best. And what a journey we're about to embark on. And God bless Mr. Ash Mufera and his family, and all you Leadership Council and all you tech team that are so committed to putting hours and endless hours. And oh my gosh, you guys that are up at 3 a.m. in the morning, Victor Collins and Vincent in the UK. It just blows my mind, everyone, what they're up to support this beautiful movement. So thank you, everyone, and God bless. And prayers out for Ron.
Thank you for sharing that chapter.
Thanks, Armand.
Very interesting. Yeah, I liked it. Thank you. Thanks for being patient with technology too.
You're
We did
welcome.
it. That was a workaround, but it worked. It's great. All right.
Armin, you're hired. I'm fired, you're hired.
Hey, we don't have it all together, but together we have it all.
Love.
Sorry, that only pertains to me, not you geniuses out there. I still got rocks up there. That's solid. As I say, Jesus Christ is the rock I stand. Any other rock is sinking sand. Sorry.
Thanks, Armand. I'll say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
You're muted, Lynn.
Oh, I got to say it all over again. Okay, so I was saying, thank you all. This is about time for us to end. We've been here about 2.5 hours. Want to give our thanks, and then we'll have a lovely long goodbye, which is my favorite part of the webinar. Okay, so I want to thank our speakers. We had Bob, Collins, Vincent, and Oliver today. They shared their perspectives and their thoughts. It was really nice. And thank you to Raphael St. Germain. He stepped up to the plate and he was able to post the Zoom background into our webinar chat every couple minutes. Thank you. It really was a help because I can do other things and not focus on that one particular thing. I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you to June and Myra. They're the two gals that make our beautiful graphics. And tonight I'm going to just step aside a little so you can enjoy what they've created. Wait. I'm too small, right? Let me spotlight it. I just thought of that. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love the rich colors. And every week we get some new backgrounds. Thank you so much to you two gals. We appreciate you. I want to thank the chat guardians headed by John Barilla, and he's going to take a few minutes. Oh, wait. Before I do that, June and Myra, you can unmute and say a couple words each. We are wrapping up, but if you want to come say a couple words, come to the camera.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you very much. I love this background, by the way. Oh, I'm not on. I'm sorry. I thought you called me. I'm sorry.
No, it's June and Myra first, if they want to come to the camera.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna leave the camera off because I have my cat who is not feeling that well, and I don't want to bring him down. Okay, I just want to say hello to everyone. And Game On PASI to me competes with itself because every day developing new products with such advanced technology, yet very simple for us to understand, and every day getting better than the previous day. And just being proud for so long, I just had to fasten. We had to fasten our seatbelts, ready, because very tight. Because when we crash, we're really gonna get hurt. This is
We
gonna.
ain't gonna crash. I'm not crashing.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's stay in unity. And if you haven't done so, do it now. Start planning because the game is on.
Thank you. Thank you, Myra. June?
Yes, hi everyone. Thank you for liking the backgrounds. We do appreciate it and we love doing them together. First of all, I want to send our prayers to Ron for a fast recovery. Missing him tonight on our webinar. And I want to thank you, Lynn, for giving me the opportunity to help out with the backgrounds. And the OTech guys, I just love you guys. You give so much information and sometimes I don't understand it, but after I watch it a couple times, it clicks in the head. Victor, I love your idea about the email campaign. I'm going to start working on that. That's a great idea. And thank you for sharing that. So that's all I have to say, guys. And thank you, Ash, and the team and his team. Sorry. I just get flustered when I know that our apples are coming, and I'm just so excited to be on the journey and on this train with all of you. And God bless. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you, June and Myra. I want to now go to John Barilla, who is in charge of the chat guardians. They're the ones that monitor what goes on in the webinar chat and the YouTube chat. Come on down, John.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't hear anybody talking and I thought, oh, she must have called me. Anyway, because I'm halfway between Zoom and YouTube, Anyway, I love this background, and the game is on, by the way, but I love this background because I feel like when I look at it, it really looks like we're sitting in the seats. You know what I'm saying? It really looks like we're sitting in those theater seats. I love that. Anyway, I want to thank everybody that helped us tonight, both here on Zoom and in the YouTube channels. And I have a few people to thank, starting off with MK Kaylee, Yin Yang 444, Casey Zevenbergen, Kushal Pagoo, Raphael St. Germain, Gina Leva, Lister Tuach, Myra Kino, Bruce Gerstein, oh, what a list, Miriam Weberg, Roy Davies, let's see, Rob Gorman, Yakaya Kadem, Dave Rozalski, Willie Wonky, and one of our newer guardians, Nancy Babcock. And for the first time tonight, we are joined by Dr. Benny, Benny Tinglet. I'm not even sure how to say her last name. We know her as Dr. Benny, though. Thank you, folks. They helped out a lot tonight. It was a little crazy in the YouTubes.
Thank you so much. Was it really crazy? Oh my gosh. I kind of miss all the action because I'm focused on the webinar, but I know you folks do a lot of work, so I appreciate you a lot. All right. This is
Well, I was in the chat, if I may interject. I was in the chat, the webinar chat, and that sucker was flying by. So anybody I missed, sorry. Wasn't intentional. We'll catch you the next time, guaranteed. Thank you, Miss Nakamoto.
To go to the gallery, and if you want me to spotlight you, all you have to do is show your video. Make sure you're decent and your background is decent as well, but I'll be happy to spotlight you for a couple seconds and everybody gets a chance to wave to each other, all right? So just join us next week. We have Friday Night Live every Friday at 8 p.m. Tomorrow we've got normally we have Milo show, but because we're having Missionaries for Africa, we will not have the Milo show. So the Missionary for Africa inaugural ceremony will be at 12:45 p.m. Eastern, and I posted it in the back office. I'll probably post it again with a graphic because when I posted it, the graphic didn't post. So I'll post it again and you will see that. Oh, my husband said, don't forget Roblin Live. I always forget our own live. Roblin Live is at midnight every day. So we'll be starting in an hour and a half. The link is posted in the back office as well. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get notified every time we go live. All right. And then on Sunday, we have Heroes Webinar. This is a webinar that I'm associated with. I'm very proud of what we do. We have Red Redfern, who will give an update on the company, what's happening. And then we have Andy Burks, who will talk about the sales perspective. And we'll have the OTEC Pro say a few words. And then we go to question and answer. This is an excellent webinar. We stream on 20 YouTube channels as well, if you prefer to watch it on YouTube. So thank you very much. We're gonna now go to the gallery.
See you. Good night from Delray Beach, Florida.
Good night, everybody.
All unmute now.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
God bless everybody.
Good Robin.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night. See you later.
Hey, for
Good
Bye-bye, TFM. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Myra.
Good night, Myra. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with my camera.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Pray for Ron Holbert.
All you need to win it.
Hey, Ron.
You all.
You guys are all.
Good night, Darby.
Darby. Hi, Darby.
Night.
Hi, Darby. Love. Good morning, Darby. Good morning.
Hi, Lisa.
I got camera.
I got my picture.
I
don't know what you're on. Hey, let's try again.
Bye.
Hey, Lisa. Night, Jude.
Night, everyone. Thank you, Jude. Game on.
Hi, Raphael.
Hi, Raphael. Good night. It was a great
See you later.
Hey, Harold.
Hi, John Barilla.
Hey,
John.
Josh.
John, hi, Josh.
Thank you.
Love you. Hi, Francesca.
Francesca, baby.
Bye now. Bye now.
Here you know.
Bye now.
night, everyone.
We'll see you later.
Mr. Vitale.
Good night.
Vitale, you're smarter than the average carrot.
Good night.
Oh, night, everybody.
MFA.
In an hour and a half.
Night,
Night, Joyce.
Bye, Joyce.
Okay.
Hi, Joyce.
Yeah, Joyce.
Yeah,
Joyce.
baby. Yeah, baby. Good night, Greg.
Greg.
Dog
Greg.
That's Dog Joy. That was baby cry.
Good night, everyone.
Hi, Dr. Benny.
Dr. Benny. Here's
Bye-bye. Love you guys.
It looks like your patient just paid you their bill.
Not everybody.
Victor.
Whoa.
Good night.
Good night. Love you all.
and tall, man.
Victor Mom.
With Jabba.
Hi, Patel again.
What? This is Don.
Night, John Patakis.
Hi, John.
Have fun down under.
Morning, good morning.
Sylvie.
Roblin. Then MFA in the morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Red.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, G. Night.
My dog here.
Oh, yes.
Bye bye. Namaste. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye everyone.
Bye, Bon.
Bye.
Bye,
All my
Amma.
Bala Power.
This is good morning for you, Gerard.
Bye.
Collins, I mean, good morning.
Please,
Collins.
Step out, you're sleeping. We caught you sleeping.
Collins, I need to talk with
Hey,
you, brother.
snooze, you lose. Oh, you snooze, you
Good night, Vincent. I mean, good morning.
Thanks, guys.
Caught Colin snoozing. I'm telling on you, Colin.
Sister Ivy.
Night, Ivy.
Excellent.
All wanted, needed, and loved.
Come on.
Good night.
Man.
Bye.
Little unicorn. Not the coolest.
Bye bye. See you at the top.
That's right.
See you guys at the top.
Hey, Krishan.
That's Billy Wayne.
Have a great day, Krishan.
Good morning.
Hey, brother Francis.
Francis.
I love that. Hi, Myra.
He is a cat.
Have a good night.
Is that little kitty cat?
Yes,
We're gonna give her some.
Hey, Casey.
Good
Is it morning or
evening,
night
man.
for you?
Game on, game on.
Rumble in the sky. Come on.
Sorry, my dog.
Oh,
Love that.
Have the chicken.
I gotta go.
Have
That's awesome. You look like $1 million.
Yeah.
US funds, of course.
Bye bye.
Good night, Vitel.
What is your seat number? I'm out of here. Hang on. We'll see you later.
What's your seat number? I see you.
Namaste. Run, get better. You related to Red Fox? Are you related to Red Fox? You gotta be his nephew. People say I look like Newman of Seinfeld. I say, I wish I had his money.
Happy birthday.
Right.